Hello, welcome to my channel, or if you are returning, welcome back. My name is Kyla, and this is A Divine Storytime. So this is a lifestyle channel where I talk primarily about fragrance, faith, and food related content. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss out on one of my uploads. And today, of course, is a fragrance video, as you can see by the title. And I have tons of fragrances here to talk about. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So this video is my top 10 favorite fragrances for life, and the narrative behind this whole top 10 on YouTube has been if my fragrance collection were to crash and burn as it is right now and I could only save 10 fragrances, which ones would I hope that they could be? So keep in mind that this top 10 will probably change as my fragrance collection continues to grow and mature and my nose matures with it, and that these top 10 are just what I would pick currently out of what I have in my collection right now. So I try to only include fragrances that are not discontinued, are not limited edition, and are not hard to find. I want realistically what I would keep in my collection if I could only keep 10, and that would include fragrances that I could repurchase, because if I'm picking 10 for life, I have to be able to get my hands on these fragrances for life. Hopefully none of these discontinue at some point, because I love them all and I can't wait to get into it. But at the end of this video, I will have a few honorable mentions, and those are fragrances that I would keep if they weren't discontinued or limited edition. So starting in no particular order, I'm actually going to begin with a fragrance that I'm pretty sure if you watched my last video, you already know this fragrance is going to be in this video, and it is Sofia by Sofia Vergara. I hope I'm saying her Sofia Vergara. I think that's how you say it. And this scent is one of my all-time favorites in my collection. It's also one of the least expensive in my collection. I really love this fragrance because to me, this is what a sophisticated woman who is about her business and who has her stuff together smells like. This is a plum heavy sandalwood scent to my nose. I don't get a whole lot of florals. When I smell this, I mainly get like a juicy plum and sandalwood at the dry down. I love this scent. To me, this scent is beast mode. I'm an oversprayer, but you don't really need to overspray this fragrance. It lasts for at least 8 hours on the skin, even longer on clothes. It projects even through your mask. I've had people give me compliments on this scent while they're wearing a mask, and I think it's appropriate for any occasion. I could see wearing this with jeans and a t-shirt. I could see wearing this to a gala when you're really dressed up in a ball gown. I could even see wearing this on a date night with your significant other, whether it be a casual restaurant or a fancy restaurant. I feel like this scent can go from day to night seamlessly, and you can wear it with just about anything in your wardrobe, and that's why I think this is signature scent worthy and top 10 worthy. Again, this is Sofia by Sofia Vergara. So this next scent that I have is actually a dupe for a very, very popular scent. Might I call it a cult favorite by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, Baccarat Rouge. And this fragrance is called Sweven by the brand Oakcha. Now you can't see the name on it anymore because this is an extrait de parfum. And when I first got it initially, the top is not all that secure. So the oils from the fragrance actually got on the bottle and rubbed off the little gold labeling. So this is a fragrance, like I said, it's called Oakcha. No, it's called Sweven by Oakcha. The brand is Oakcha. And it is a spot on dupe for Baccarat Rouge. I've tried a few dupes for Baccarat Rouge. I had a sample of Baccarat Rouge, so I know exactly what it smells like. And I sprayed Baccarat on one hand and sprayed Sweven on the other, and I could not tell the difference. This dupe lasts forever on your skin. I love the sweet, resinous smell. Someone that I watch here on YouTube by the name of the Simple Chic Light, she describes the Baccarat as being as though there is cotton candy at the bottom of a river in the middle of the forest. And honestly, to me, that is the perfect description of what Baccarat smells like. Very earthy, but very sweet and kind of cotton candy like. Very sexy. This is another scent, again, that is signature scent worthy. I just love, love, love this scent. And while I like the original Baccarat Rouge, right now I don't feel that I wear it enough to go out and spend $200 or $300 on a bottle. So the dupe is more than enough for me because, like I said, this is spot on, dare I say 99.9% a hit when it comes to dupes. And again, that is Oakcha Sweven, and it's a dupe for Baccarat Rouge. This next scent is a scent that I wanted in my collection immediately after seeing it released. I have the Pillar scent in my collection, which is Flowerbomb by Victor and Rolf. And when I saw this one and I read the notes, I was like, OMG, I need this fragrance in my collection. And it is none other than Flowerbomb Nectar. This scent is so pretty to me. It is a more hyped up, sweeter version of Flowerbomb, but it has its own twist to it. I love the bergamot opening, and I love the note of gunpowder in this scent. Now, I am a daddy's girl, and my daddy is a man's man. He likes to work on cars. He is Mr. Fix-It, Mr. Clean, and he loves guns. And so I'm very familiar with what gunpowder smells like because my dad went hunting when I was a child. And so for most, they probably can't pick out that gunpowder note, but I noticed it immediately, and I think it is so sexy. I think it's what grounds this scent, and I think it's what gives this scent a little touch of masculinity without taking the femininity out of it. I think it gives it a little bit of spiciness without making it over spicy or taking away from its sweetness. I think that gunpowder note is honestly what makes this scent. To me, this scent is sexy, it is sweet, it is delicious, and you will get tons and tons of compliments. This is another scent that I think is signature scent worthy. I also don't feel like this scent has a particular season or a particular time or place of wear. I think it can pretty much be worn anytime, any place, any occasion with any outfit, and it lasts forever. I sprayed this at 7:30 in the morning when I left for work, and when I got home from work, I could still smell a hint of it on my skin, but it was a very powerful on my clothes. And this was an upwards of 9 or 10 hours later. So again, I love this scent so much, and it is Flowerbomb Nectar. So this next scent was one that I had been hunting down, and when I say I was hunting it down, I don't mean this particular fragrance, but I mean this type of fragrance. I've always loved coconut scents, and I was stuck on Pacifica's Indian or Island coconut, one of those. If I remember the name of it, I will insert it down below or somewhere on the screen. But I have been looking for a less sugary sweet coconut scent and a more creamy sexy coconut scent, and I definitely found that in this fragrance, and it is Nude, or I'm sorry, La Nuit Tresor Nude by Lancome. I love this scent so much. So to me, okay, when you first spray, you do get like a very quick burst of the bergamot in this, but this is definitely coconut cream, rose, vanilla. Coconut cream, rose, vanilla. I think in that order. This scent is so pretty. It's feminine, it's delicate, but I think that it is quite powerful. Now, a lot of the reviews that I've seen, people say that it doesn't last them very long in the skin. For me to get this to last long, I always layer with a vanilla scented body lotion from Bath & Body Works, and then I spray this on top, which is what I typically do for all my fragrances. I like to layer them with a scented body lotion to help them last longer. But this one is so good. It's so creamy and sweet, and the rose in this, to me, I think gives it like a, I don't want to say it's a spiciness, but it kind of reminds me of when pink pepper is in a scent. It just does like this thing to your nose, but it's so good. It's not overwhelming, it's not annoying, and the scent is so sexy. I got compliment after compliment the very first time I wore this when I went to a restaurant with my husband, and back to back compliments. This is definitely a compliment getter. I think that this could work for either date night or a casual date or outing. I wear this any time of the day. Sometimes I wear it to bed, but I think it is so good, so sweet, comforting, and sexy. And again, that is La Nuit Tresor Nude. When I want to feel comforted, when I want to feel feminine and fresh and clean and sweet and like I'm just being wrapped up in a warm hug, I love to wear this fragrance. Specifically when I'm going to wear my fluffy Sherpa robe after I get out of the shower. I love this scent. This is one of the most comforting scents that I love to wear to bedtime. Now, I don't really wear this out, or rather I haven't tried wearing it out. I'm actually looking forward to trying it out in the spring and summertime, but for the winter and fall, I've been wearing this a lot to bed, and it is so comforting, y'all. And it is Narciso Rodriguez Poudre. This is so good. It's like the perfect sweet, soft, powdery scent. This is like, I don't know how to explain. I love this scent so much. It's so good. Honestly, and I have a few here, but out of all of them, this is probably number one that I would want to keep in my collection for life. If I had to like 1 to 10, this is definitely number one because it's so comforting. But if you're looking for a sweet, soft, very feminine, comforting, powdery scent, then this is it. It is Narciso Rodriguez Poudre. So this next one is a very soft, sweet, powdery lavender vanilla scent with a little bit of flirtiness, and it is Mon Guerlain Sensuelle by Guerlain. When I first got this, it was after I had already gotten Mon Guerlain EDT, and I wasn't a huge fan of it, and I think it's because the name kind of threw me off. Sensuelle, I don't think this is a sensual fragrance to me, and I think that's just because of what I view to be sensual. Just looks and smells very different. To me, this is a very classy, pretty, well-spoken, very put together all the time, stylishly dressed, never a wrinkle, flirty girl. That's what this fragrance reminds me of, because this is a scent that I think that no one would say smells bad. I also think this is a scent that men would really love because it is sweet, but it's soft and feminine. The longevity on this is another all day type of scent. I could get at minimum 8 hours on my skin on the scent, not just on the clothes but also on the skin. And I feel like this is a fragrance that honestly I could wear all year round, although I do see a lot of people saying that sensual is more of a fall winter scent. I could definitely see wearing this in the summertime, in the evening, maybe if it's a little bit cooler. I don't think that it would be very cloying in the heat, although don't quote me on that because I haven't tried it yet in the heat. But I do think this is a perfect year-round scent, and that this is the perfect pretty girl, flirty girl type of scent. And again, it is Mon Guerlain Sensuelle, and this is the EDP. So this next scent has been around forever, but it is new to my collection. I smelled this years and years ago when I worked at a fragrance outlet, and I more recently smelled it maybe towards the beginning of last year when I went on vacation. I just went in a fragrance outlet to smell it again and see if I wanted to purchase it. It was a love at first sniff then. Months passed by, and then I bought it for myself just this past month. And again, it was a love at what I would consider first sniff, since I hadn't smelled it in so long. And it is Alien by Mugler. Now, a lot of people feel like this is a beast mode fragrance, okay? And I'm not taking away from how other people feel about it. But when it comes to jasmine scents, because that's what this is, jasmine and amber heavy with woody notes. I've always loved fragrance oils. So, Arabic, I'm sorry, I'm just pronouncing that all wrong. Arabic and Indian fragrance oils have always had a special place with me, because for a long time I had mainly fragrance oils in my collection, and one of my favorite scents in fragrance oils is jasmine, just plain straight up jasmine fragrance oils. And for me, when I think about beast mode and I think about jasmine scents, or really any scents, my mind directly goes to fragrance oils, because depending on where you get them and depending on the brand, those things are literally beast mode. I'm talking about projection, longevity, sillage. Everybody's gonna smell you. Everybody's gonna wonder what you have on. You can definitely overdo it very easily. So when I think about beast mode, projection, and longevity, my mind instantly goes to that. So this, to me, is actually a very light scent. When I smell Alien, my mind doesn't go to sexy. My mind doesn't go to date night. My mind actually goes to spring and summertime during the day. I think about when you either walk past somebody's house, or if you're walking in like a garden or a garden department at a store, and you smell the fresh jasmine on like trellises or fences, and like a wind blows by and then the smell hits you a little bit stronger. That's what I think of when I smell Alien. I think it's a very realistic jasmine. And on the dry down, where the jasmine is more potent in the beginning when you first spray it, on the dry down, I feel like you still smell jasmine, but that amber takes over with a hint of jasmine in the background. And I think the amber is where people get the sexiness from. While I do find it very sexy, this still is not like date night to me. This is definitely something that I would wear a lot during the day. And I can also see why people would consider this a signature scent type of scent too. This is a scent that I think I'm gonna wear all spring long. I'm literally itching for spring to get here so that I can wear this fragrance. I'm so excited and I love it so much. I honestly, now that I have it, I don't know why I didn't get it sooner, and I can't see my collection without it. And again, that is Alien by Mugler. Okay, so I cheated a little bit with this next one, because this next one is actually a fragrance duo. I found it on a young lady's page. I don't know why the names are literally slipping from my mind every time. I'm going to post her name on the screen, and I'm going to put her YouTube down below. But she talked about this duo, and I already have both these fragrances, already loved both of them separately. I would definitely keep both of them separately. If I could have a top 11, then I would have just done them both separately. But ever since I tried them together, I am obsessed. Sorry for all the noise. And it is Fiori and La Nude Tresor a la folie. Okay, first of all, like I said, beautiful on their own. I would definitely purchase them both separately for as long as they make them, and wear them both separately. So I honestly and genuinely love them both on their own. But together though, baby, together these things are so good. Fiori is a bubblegummy, fruity vanilla. I get mainly like black currant, I believe it's jasmine and vanilla, but it has that really bubblegum vibe. Whereas a la folie gives me buttercream, icing, and red berries. That's what I get. Buttercream frosting, like thick, decadent, luxury bakery buttercream frosting and red berries. The juiciest red berries that you can find. So when you put these two together, to me, this is like the cake and this is like the icing. I mean, you smelling like a straight up snack, like a whole piece of cake, not half the cake. You smelling like the whole cake, okay? You got the cake and you got the frosting, you got the best of both worlds. I typically will spray this first and then top it off with this when it dries. And again, I'm an oversprayer, so I'm like dousing my body in it. And this is another combination or another fragrance that I feel like people smell through the mask, and I have gotten compliments when I've worn them both, whereas when I've worn them separately, it's not that I don't get compliments. My husband likes them, okay? But I don't think people smell them separately unless you don't have a mask on. So these two definitely be smooth through the mask together, smelling like a whole piece of cake with a buttercream frosting. Might as well add a few sprinkles on top of that, and dust a little bit of that edible gold on top too, baby, because you're smelling fancy, sophisticated, luxury, and sweet and sexy all at the same time. Again, that is La Nuit Tresor a la folie and Fiori from Giorgio Armani. This one, when my 3.4 ounce of black opium is gone, and when this one is gone, I will definitely be repurchasing this one in a 3.4 fluid ounce. This one's definitely taking the place of the original to me. And again, I've heard so many people describe the original as being I've heard so many people describe the original as being dark black coffee with like caramel syrup, and this one as being like a vanilla caramel latte, and I couldn't think of a better way to describe how this one smells. This one smells definitely milkier and creamier. You still smell the coffee, but you also have that rice note in it, and that rice note, man, like you would never think a rice note could do so much for a fragrance, and it doesn't smell like rice, but I know it's the rice note. That probably makes no sense, but I know it's the rice note that's it's just doing something to me. The only thing that I don't like about this fragrance and the original is that it doesn't last extremely long, but I do think this is a very daytime, more spring summertime appropriate version of black opium. If you love black opium and you only wear that one during the summer and winter months, I would definitely give this one a try for the spring and summertime. Although, like I say with most fragrances, wear them when you want, whatever time of day, whatever the case is. But this one is so good, and if you're looking for something creamier and a little bit sweeter than the original, then definitely give this one a try. Again, it is Black Opium Nude Blush. Okay, so last but not least, I love this fragrance so much. Okay, this one is Rose, Raspberry, and Caramel. This is a scent that I consider to be sexy. This is a scent I consider to be sensual and seductive and head turning and man eating. This is that type of scent. This is a bedroom scent, okay? This is a scent where I'm going on a date and I'm expecting something to happen afterwards. And this is L'Extase by Nina Ricci. I've talked about it before on my last video. This is the scent that I said reminds me of where I'm from, New Orleans, Louisiana. And it's just the sexiness of it and I think the darkness of it and the intriguing quality, that quality that kind of draws you in. And this is a scent I think if you wore it and you passed someone in that slinky black satin dress, they're gonna look at you and like, oh my god, I have to know who that is. I have to know her name. I have to get her number. I just need a little bit more about her. She's so endearing, intoxicating, and it's like her overall look. And oh my gosh, something's going on outside. I mean, they just won't stop. But anyways, this scent is very intoxicating to me. Sometimes I literally just smell the cap. My husband has called me numerous times, and typically it's this scent. Sometimes it's other ones. I have a problem, okay? Sometimes he'll just catch me sniffing the cap. Not the cap, but sniffing the nozzle of my fragrances. This is one of those ones that's very addicting to me. I love it. It is often compared to Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Oud Satin Mood, I believe. He is also the perfumer behind this one. He's the nose behind this one as well, so it kind of makes sense that this one would smell kind of like his house fragrances, except this one is way more affordable than his scents. But I just love this scent so much. This is one of those scents I really am praying that they never discontinue. It's beautiful, it's sexy, and I will forever have it in my collection if I could. Again, that is Nina Ricci, L'Extase. So before I let you go, I have just a few honorable mentions. These are 3 fragrances that if I could forever get my hands on them, I would have to like figure out a way to take some of these other fragrances out, or maybe I just have to have a top 13. I don't know. But these are either limited edition or discontinued, but I love them so much that if they weren't, I would have them in my collection. So I'm going to quickly tell you about those. The first one is Mon Guerlain Eau de Toilette. This is a tester bottle, that's why you can see the name on the front. This one was discontinued. This is very similar to Sensuelle. However, it has a more citrus opening, which to me makes this a very daytime, summer, spring appropriate version of Mon Guerlain. It's not ever cloying in the heat. Very bright and cheerful lavender vanilla scent. And again, that is Mon Guerlain Eau de Toilette. This next one I have also talked about before. It is another Nina Ricci scent. I obviously really like Nina Ricci. And this one again is by the perfumer Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and it is Chant d'Extase. This one is a more aquatic version of L'Extase, which is the killer scent. This is raspberry, jasmine, sea notes, and caramel. It's beautiful. I think that it's daytime, nighttime appropriate. Definitely one of those scents that I will always keep with me when I'm going on like a beach vacation. I loved wearing this at night to dinner on the beach. Beautiful scent. This one is limited edition, so while it's not discontinued, I don't know how long I'll be able to get my hands on it. I do have a backup bottle because, as you can see, I literally wore this all summer, last summer. So it's definitely one of my favorites. Would I really wear this during the winter, fall months? Probably not, but you could. I've worn it to bed on several occasions, like I do some of my scents from summer and fall. I'm sorry, summer and spring. But otherwise, this is just a beautiful aquatic scent if that's what you're looking for. And again, it is Chant d'Extase by Nina Ricci. And last but not least of my honorable mentions, this scent is from Philosophy. If you are familiar with the Fresh Cream range, then you may have heard of this scent. This is Fresh Cream Soft Suede. I have never smelled any of the other ones, the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere or the Fresh Cream, but I got my hands on a smaller bottle of this first at TJ Maxx for like $4, and I became obsessed with it. And this is a very creamy, sweet, like a vanilla caramel type of scent. Very warm, comforting, and inviting, but the suede note in this, like, I know some people, they hear leather a lot in fragrances, and leather has a smell, cashmere has a smell, but suede, when I think about suede, I think about a texture. And this, if you think about the texture of suede, it's like this kind of fuzzy texture, and that is like the texture that I smell, if that makes sense. Like, if texture had a smell, it would smell like this. It does kind of like that fuzzy thing in your nose, but it smells so good. This one definitely has like a hint of a masculine touch, I think, because of the suede, but it's so sweet, comforting, warm. I think about roasting marshmallows by the fireplace, although this does not smell like roasted marshmallows at all, but it just gives me those type of vibes. I've been wearing this at night since it got cold, and I love the way I feel. This is another one that gives me like a physical reaction of just comfort and warmth, and like a warm hug on a cold day. So again, that is Fresh Cream Soft Suede from Philosophy. And I could only choose 10 to keep. Those are the 10 that I will have in my collection with those honorable mentions. I would love to know down in the comment section below if you own any of the fragrances in my top 10, and if you do, how you feel about them. So thank you again for watching this video and spending a little time with me today. Go ahead and like this video if you like this video. It really helps my channel out. It's going to help it to grow, and it'll also help me to know the type of content to create here on this channel. Subscribe if you like the vibes. Bless, be the light, and I will see you again soon.